It's Ashley from Sweet Dreams Bake Shop, and welcome back to my channel where we make a lot of cake and cookie decorating tutorials, as well as give a lot of baking business tips. And I realized I tripped over a lot of words just now, but we're just going with it because I just ran a full concert rehearsal yesterday, and I just put on the full concert today. And last night I was up super late making a bunch of cake pops. So I apologize that this is once again a combined video from yesterday's work as well as today's work. But I am ready to go. I think that today I can finish all of the cake pop rolling. Fingers crossed. I hope I can do it. We'll see what happens by the end of the video. Let's get into it. Aw, past Ashley was just so optimistic. Spoiler alert, guys, I didn't get all of the cake pops rolled. But this is realistic baking vlogging. When you are trying to just live regular life but also get things done, you have to shift. And sometimes getting things done is way more of a mind game than you think. Now, we all know the best part about making cake pops, at least in my opinion, is the decorating part. This part's kind of monotonous work where I can shut off my brain, but I gotta say, because I've been so busy with putting my concerts together and baking, I haven't been going to the gym as much. Usually I go to the gym at least 5 days a week, but all this week I've been missing the gym day in and day out, but have no fear because I was getting such a workout in my arms and my chest while doing this. And honestly, I really should invest in one of those tools in which you can roll a bunch of balls at once. I don't even think they're that expensive. I just have never really thought to do that. But now that I'm doing so much more of this, I really should think about that. In the meantime, my biceps and triceps are really getting a good workout. And the reason is because when I'm rolling these cake pops, I'm putting a lot of pressure on the cake. I really want to make sure that these are nice and stable. And because with my cake pops, I don't actually follow a particular recipe just because the moisture in the air changes, so I really am relying heavily on how this feels. And I really want the cake pop to feel nice and firm, but also super smooth on the outside. Because any cracks that I might have in my cake pops, and I have a few here and there that I know are not going to be detrimental, but there are some instances in which if it's too cracked, that means it's not moist enough. And that means when I stick the stick in later and try to dip, it's going to fall off the stick. It's also times like these where I really like to thank past Ashley for the fact that I didn't list a particular cake pop flavor. I said it could be a mixture of vanilla and chocolate, and that could have meant chocolate cake with white chocolate ganache and vice versa. And I have a really good feeling that I have made enough cake and that it's going to be enough for all of my cake pops. Fingers crossed. Once I was done the entire pan, it came out to about 77 cake pops. Keeping in mind that this was not the standard half sheet pan that I normally like to use, so this was really just a guesstimate. But if I can get kind of 5 more pans out of this, then I think we're going to be good to go, and I have a lot more cake left. So I broke the news to you very early on that I did not in fact get all of the cake pops rolled, but what I did need to do was I did need to do crucial jobs, meaning I really needed to make sure that everything was staying quite food safe. So even though the cake can sit out for a little while, because we're kind of going on in days here, I decided to refrigerate the rest of this cake, and in doing so, I needed to make sure that they were all out of the pans. And I think I'm just really tired because covering this was so difficult. But do you ever get that when you try to cover things with plastic wrap and it's just sticking on itself and not doing what you want it to? I'm finally going to get some much needed help tomorrow with all of this cake pop rolling. So I'm actually going to be bringing all of my supplies over elsewhere tomorrow. So I really need to make sure that I am on the ball and that all of my pans are super clean. And once again, I put all of those cake pops into the fridge, and they're going to be transferred into the freezer tomorrow to solidify up, and then they'll go into the big bin of cake pops that I have. That is all for today, a short little video because I am baking away, and I hope you guys are doing really well with your Christmas baking. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can be part of the Sweetie fam. Right now, I'm uploading every single day for Vlogmas, so be sure to check back tomorrow to see what I do next. Don't forget to comment, request, or ask a question. I love hearing from you guys. Bye!